Okay, so looking at Nvidia stock here, it's severely overpriced. First off, I don't usually go into financials on these videos, but this time I am. So we look at their financials. I already looked at this earlier. It's a $1.12 trillion company with $26 billion in revenue so per year. So that's like a 40x market cap to revenue. So extremely overpriced. The price to earnings ratio is horrendous too at 61. It's actually come down a little bit, but I mean anything over 30 is insane, especially for these tech companies. But I mean it's been overpriced for a long time. Maybe it'll continue to be overpriced, but we'll dive into the technicals and see. But as far as the finances, I mean it's horrible. It's super expensive and overbought. But so looking at the technicals here, you can see first thing that jumps out here. I just want to put the $500 mark in here. So we can see that, a couple times it's hit the $500 mark here, sold off, and now recently hit it and has sold off. So if we throw in this moving average, we can see that it is actually broken below the daily moving average. So there is a chance that it is that's the 50-day, but if we throw the 200 on, it's still above it. So I mean, still technically bullish, but it's certainly pulling back. So if we throw this fib on here, and we can just see, it is approaching this 50% 618 area, which would be where a lot of buyers are. So if this does get bought back up, odds are it'll be in this area right around, between 435 at the low and 448 at the high. So somewhere in there, it might get bought back up and then head back up and retest this $500 mark. But we'll have to wait and see for that. I do think it's severely overpriced. I do think that a lot of these tech stocks are going to start selling off. They get pushed up towards, in Q4 because spending goes up just at every company, right? Advertising, all that. So all the other companies go up in value, which would bring this company up as well. So that makes sense for Q4, but it started to sell off. So we'll see if this continues. This is its main area. It's got a break. So I'll actually find a whole price here that I like, probably 450, which I think is right at the top of this zone. Yeah, right at the top of this zone. So 450. We'll see if it holds above that. If it gets bought up in this area, then it might retest the 500 mark. Oops. But if it doesn't get bought back up, if it breaks that zone, then the next area of supply would be right here, right around the $400 mark. So we'll put that in here as well. And then, basically it's, looking at the financials, it's at least double over, it's twice the value that it should be, twice the price that it should be relative to its actual value. So in my opinion, this is a good buy at $250, not at 500. So we'll see where it ends up, but it is has broken below this daily, and is approaching this 50% 618 area. So this is where the buyers will hang out. So if it gets bought up in this area, then it'll keep going up, but we'll see. As far as ranges, if we're looking for a trade setup, it moves about $35 a week. So it's Monday today, so it still has the 4 days left in the week, but we'll definitely see, for example, if today was the high of the week and it does $35, that puts us at roughly 425 potentially for the end of the week. If this continues, let's say today it was the high of the week, if it continues downwards for the rest of the week, it's looking like 425 is where it could be headed. So, and if not, if like I said, 450 or 440 is kind of where it bottoms out for the week, and then might head higher, then your $35 a weekly range would put us at roughly 475. So there's a chance that it continues to sell off, hits this area, gets bought up, and then maybe Thursday, Friday finishes strong, and ends back up at 470, 475. So that's my take on Nvidia. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.